Alright, so I know this video is going to be heavily disliked, heavily ratioed, but guess what? I don't care. This is the Renegade Operative account. I'm going to be honest with my opinions. I'm going to be straight up, brutally blunt with you guys. All the time, every time, whether I like something, whether I dislike something, whether I give constructive criticism here or there. So, here's my thoughts on the so-called reveal of the Xbox Series X, the Xbox X. It is here and it was revealed at the Game Awards last night. Now, why did I think that Phil Spencer revealed this way too preemptively? It's because he wanted to get this out there fast. Phil Spencer, Philly boy, Philly D, he wanted to blow his load because he wanted to get a leg up and show the Xbox before the PS5. We all know why he did this. We all know this is a fact. And we all know why Microsoft messed up, because this should have gotten a bigger presentation, a more elaborate presentable notion than what we got at the Game Awards. So they showed off two games, and one of them I'm not really impressed about. I'm kind of disappointed about, actually. They showed off Godfall, and that game, it looks like it could be a fun little IP, but another CGI trailer. I don't care about CGI trailers, alright? So we'll push that to the side. Next, they showed off Hellblade 2. I didn't give a shit about the first game. I really don't care about Resident Evil 4 style cameras with the hack and slash while you walk in the woods with this whole half-baked psychological horror aspect. So we'll push that to the side. Ninja Theory sucks anyway. They made DMC Devil May Cry the reboot. They sucked. I don't care for them. Push them to the side. Alright, so that's your two big games, and it doesn't really impress me. You should have had a bigger launch window, but I know you're saving that for E3 2020, and it might not be that impressive anyway. You see, because Xbox showed their stuff early, it means that the competition can counterpoint and decide to say, hey, we're going to do these things. We already see what Microsoft is doing. We're going to do these. We're going to avoid their bad mistakes with these once they're fully elaborated on, and we're going to make the PS5 the best it could possibly be. So I think it's a bad move in general, because now, since you put yourself on the forefront, you have to be better as a result. You have to be better than what the competition has in store, and you don't know what they have in store because you came out first. So I think that was a bad call by Microsoft. Let's talk about the name, Xbox Series X. Out of all the names they could have called it, instead of it being the Xbox Series X, maybe like the Xbox Scorpio, maybe like the Xbox Scarlet, maybe like the Xbox Blackhawk. All of the code names that they had in the past sounded much more cooler than what they have now. They wanted to put this in the relevant family of the Xbox One X, so they called it Xbox Series X, and I think it sounds absolutely stupid. I'm sorry. Let's talk about the design. The design was memed on. Now, I like convenient, small looking consoles, so it doesn't really change outside of the scope of this. It looks like what you would see if you saw an Xbox console, which is pretty good, but it does look like a small water cooler. I saw people doing memes of the Xbox Series X looking like a gigantic fridge. So because it looks like that, you know we gotta make fun of it. And there's this weird like sort of green circle on top where the vents are. It's kind of weird, but I guess they wanted to correlate that to how the original first Xbox Series looked, where it had the green sort of circle on top of it that you could see with the original Xbox. So maybe that was their little way of doing a callback. At least it has a motherfucking disc tray. They aren't going the full digital route. It has a motherfucking disc tray, thank God. So for all the physical users out there, can I get a hallelujah? Because you could put your disc into the goddamn Xbox and play your games willingly without worrying about the Xbox sad notions coming in with all this all digital bullshit. So thank God they at least kept that premise there. Now let's talk about some of the specs. So I'm not much of a spec person. I'm gonna show it to you on screen, but I know for a fact they're trying to model this after a micro PC, And you can already tell that people are going to say, well, you can't crack this thing open because of the warranty. The thing about PC gaming is that you're going to want to open, experiment, replace, and put in parts to upgrade your system. And we know they're going to slap a warranty on that. You can't do that with consoles. We know that for the PC, you could probably make a beastly overkill rig that is 10 times more powerful than the Xbox Series X. So as for specs, I don't think it's anything too impressive when you think about low tier AMD sort of architecture that they have going for it. And as for the games, I mean, the only thing that I could say that I will remotely look forward to is Halo Infinite. That's about it, because I think this is going to be on the Xbox Series X anyway, and I do love me some Halo. I think that's the only launch title that's going to have some substance involved. But as for this presentation, not a lot really going on, not a lot of detail going on, and the fact that they put it ahead of the competition, I think that was a really bad idea. Now we get to see how this is going to go at E3 2020 when the PS5 is unveiled and people start to make their decisions, make their stances, make their sort of educated choices on what they want to get in terms of the launch titles or not. And I think that in terms of this is going to be really close and really weird. Like, anyone could fuck up at this rate, but I think the price and the games offered is going to make or break either system. So what do you guys think of the Xbox Series X? Like I said, the code name is dumb. The look is sort of, I'm sort of indifferent about it. It looks better than the giant VCR that was the original Xbox One, which I do own. I think it looks way better than that, but it's still something to be memed on because, like I said, the Series X looks like a giant water cooler. It looks like a small little miniature refrigerator, and you just can't help but make fun of it. I mean, come on, look at it. But for the ease of convenience, I will give it the benefit of the doubt and say that you can probably store it in a smaller place. So that's good. I like consoles that really don't take up a lot of space, so I'll give Phil the benefit of the doubt there. They didn't talk about price points, and they simply talked about like Hellblade and Godfall, and honestly, I don't care about Hellblade. Like I said, Ninja Theory, I don't give a shit about Ninja Theory games whatsoever. And there is also the thing of Xbox Play Anywhere. Like, why should I rush out and buy the Series X when I could play Xbox Play Anywhere with Windows 10 on PC and play half of their exclusives on there? That's why I think Big Papa Phil, he plays it way too safe for his own good, even though he's doing something great by allowing all this cross play and allowing all these people to play his games on this particular platform. That still means that they don't have the exclusives to push if everyone could buy them on other systems. That's why I think the whole MLB The Show situation going from being a PS4 exclusive to a multi-plat now is kind of ridiculous in comparison, because it's only for those die-hard simulated sports aficionados, right? It doesn't have like a calling, it doesn't have a staying power like a Halo or Gears of War, etc. So I think it's a non-comparable situation. It's like God of War still isn't on PC, Uncharted still isn't on PC, The Last of Us Part 2 still isn't on PC, so there still is a reason to get a PS4 over having like an Xbox unless you enjoy multi-plat offerings. You really wouldn't get it for exclusives, and I think this trend will probably continue in the future. But what do you guys think on this? Let me know in the comments below. Like I said, I was going to be brutally honest, invite conversations. I see there's definitely a lot of bots out here going out here and downvoting videos. I'm just giving my honest opinion. Show me something more at E3. I think they showed this preemptively. Right now, because of that small window, I am thoroughly not impressed, and I think the Xbox Series X reveal at the Game Awards was a huge dud. I will see you guys later. Tell me what you think in the comments below, and once again, take care. Peace out. Also, PS, is this console really called the Series X, and when you abbreviate it, it's called X-Sex? It's called X-Sex as an abbreviation. What the fuck were they thinking? Is this some giant colossal porno that nobody knows about, or Pornhub? What the fuck is, there's gonna be massive Pornhub videos just based on the Xbox reveal. Just think of that for a second. What the fuck?
Dang it, Buck, it's my turn to use the sex box.
It's my sex box, and her name is
X-Sex.